Well, hello everyone and welcome to Between Plays. Okay, super excited. Listen, we have Arena Minerals. Look, honestly, stocks in play. There's a stock in play. So naturally, you know, back in early 2020, when I found out that Ganfeng was getting involved in Lithium Americas, I didn't hesitate. I jumped in and I made my investment. And when I got to about $24, I sold. It went back down, bought back, went back up, sold again, put profits, diversified, maximized my neolithium. Because as soon as I heard that cattle was interested in getting into neolithium at 30 something cents, I just right away get in. Actually, that was Cloudindy at 38 cents, 36 cents with Canaccord. It was like 60 something cents with neolithium. All right, when cattle was like making their bids, they were interested in buying it. Whatever that price point was, it was in that range. Jumped right in, and here for Arena Minerals, jumped in at 40 cents. Look, you know, you got to weigh something properly, risk analysis, diversify your portfolio, do everything you can to not get stuck holding the bag. Don't play stocks when they're already shooting up on massive momentum, all right? I mean, naturally, when something is in its beginning phases and you can see the worth of it, it's not bad because you're saying to yourself, well, I see the stock at, $4, $5, $6. So what it's at now, the little plays that's been happening, well, think about it. You're in probably before most retail investors. You're in before institutions and stuff like that. So it's an educated play based off your research, right? Okay, so for Arena Minerals, in the last few months, things have been really moving. You had Lithium Americas that decided they were going to get in because they wanted to pick up a percentage of what they were going to be doing. You have to understand that Millennial shares the same basin as Arena Minerals. Okay, so they picked up like 11% in the beginning. Lithium Americas picked up like 11% of the equity from the shares from Arena. At this point, after that, well, what do you have going on? You have Ganfeng that decides to come in at like 19 point something percent, 19.6 or whatever percent equity of Arena, and at the same time hold the part of the bargaining practice is they're able to acquire 35% of future projects or new acquisitions and stuff like that from whatever Arena does. So Arena goes and gets the Sal de la Puna and a project, which is the basin, right? Holds 11,000 hectares. The grading of the lithium in there in 2019 was put at 533 milligrams per liter. So you're looking at even numbers that were better than other companies. Now, the thing is that when you look at that basin, it's shared with Millennial. Now, what ends up happening is that Ganfeng buys 35% of the Sal de la Puna project. They are in 35% for that project, right? So when you look at the importance of everything that's happening in that area between LAC and Ganfeng, and what happens this morning? Well, yesterday I'm writing an article, which I'm going to share with you some of the facts of that article, which is very important. And I will link that article below so that you guys can go and check out the article. And then please always do your own research. Always remember, not a financial advisor. This channel was created, like I stated, a long time ago. It's for my children, how I would invest, how I invest, what I look for and stuff like that, right? So, because one day, we're not on this planet anymore, and I want my kids to be able to see stuff like this, right? No pump and dumps and no schemes and all this kind of stuff. But, what retail investors, what we can find when we're looking for stuff. And I want it to be, the best that I can do for myself, and everybody gets the benefit from that. But at the same time, all right, companies are companies. We don't know what can happen at any moment of a day. So you have to be on your investment. So like our motto says, research, prepare, plan, execute, but the research part is continuous, right? When you get into a stock, you got to continuously verify the news on that company, right? We're investing in companies, right? We're not investing in a graph. We're investing in companies for the long term, right? That's what we do here, right? And I say stay strong because no emotional place. You know, sometimes people get out of things really quickly when they see the stock market fluctuating or on, you know, a title of, let's say an article, but they haven't read the whole article, and then the article doesn't really reflect the title. There's bits and pieces in the article that the title was made up with, but one didn't match. So don't judge the book by its cover, so to speak. You know, read the contents of it and then get the whole proper research. So, not a financial advisor. If you need help, please go and get help from a financial advisor. Okay, from a qualified, certified financial advisor. This is the way I look at things in my place. Now, Arena Minerals for me is my next big stock company play. So Neolithium was bought out. Sucks. Man, that thing had the opportunities of flying. And if you look at the final feasibility study on it, it's just insane where that stock could have been. Oh, God. Anyways, but this thing here, I mean, this is huge. This morning, so I wrote an article yesterday on it, and I put it out on Telegram. All right, so listen, guys, get involved in the Telegram. The Telegram is going to be the lifeblood of our community investment. You know, our community. It's going to be part of. It's going to be the community. It's always going to be free. It's not going to be part of the Betweenplays website where certain things are going to have to be. There's going to be price plans to get into certain things, but the Telegram, there's no spamming, no bots, no scamming, no get rich quick schemes. You don't see the other person's personal information and all that kind of stuff. You can take off the notifications so it doesn't ding at like 11 o'clock at night or whatever. So the thing is that it's private. No one sees your phone number. No one sees your name because you create your own alias when you join the Telegram itself, because it's like a WhatsApp, but in WhatsApp you see phone numbers and stuff. So that's why I didn't like that. It's an invasion of privacy, right? So the thing is that on Telegram, you join, you put an alias up. It could be anything. It could be like making millions, whatever. And then you just go and that's all. We'll know you by making millions. We'll not see your phone number. Nothing at all. So it's really, really cool. It's a fun community. We're at 31 members, and that's really, really cool because I understand a lot of people don't like to click on these links because of the fact that they might be like a virus. It might be this and that. But if you go and click on it in the description here, that's my group. So it's a safe haven for retail investors. All right. So anyways, Arena. So this morning they go and they put up that LAC is increasing where they were at before. So they were at, LAC went in at 11%, and now they increased it by another 6 point something percent. So the equity in an Arena has gone up to about 18% or something like that. I'm just approximating it all, okay? I was shocked to see that this morning. Shocked and not shocked, but I was surprised because I was like, wow, they already have so much equity in the company, and now they have more. So basically, I'm just going, wow, this is incredible, right? So let's go and, man, I look tired. Anyways, geez, I'm telling you, the amount of work that I'm doing behind the scenes is insane, everybody. It's nonstop. I'm building up the websites, with the children and this and that. I am just exhausted. So, anyways, let's get to the website. All right, guys. So what's really cool about this is the website. This is where we're at right now. As you can see, it's been switched around. It's really easy to use. You have your corporate over here, which gives you some stuff. Here's your stock articles. So if you just want to go look directly for stock articles, you can go here. I didn't put up the latest one in there because I only put up after a few days. So here's the price plans, and here's all the stuff that you can join for things that are coming up. There's gonna be podcasts. There's going to be their own type videos and everything, and then you have the free Telegram community. You can go here, man. You guys can just go here. This is the Telegram app. If you don't have the app, this is for iOS. So you click on here so you can get the app, and then you come back and you click on this link and you join our community. So it's safe. You can just get it right off of our website. So let's go back to the main page. And here we go, Arena Minerals. What are we waiting for? The strategic one. So it's right here. Let's click on that, baby. And so look, if we get down to the gist of it, all right, basically stated all these things. So, Arena's got like 19,000 hectares of land, and you have like 530 milligrams per liter with depths open below 600 meters, increasing in quality grades. So this is really important, okay? We didn't mention that before. Here, hold on a second. All right, and so basically, what's also important here is the technology that they have, all right? Because see, you have a technology that also increases the output by greater than 30%. This is a proprietary technology that they have. It's not a DLE extraction method. It's just they have a technology that they were able to use. And Mr. Morales, which has over 40 years of experience, he's done this and back in the past. And I believe Albemarle, who bought Rockwood, because Mr. Morales was there for Rockwood, and then Albemarle bought it out, and that technology is being used there, and it works. So it's not a technology that is it going to work? Is it not going to work? It already is proven. It's a proven technology. So this is great because things like Ganfeng and Lithium Americas, they're going to want to see this. They're going to want to know this. And the more that they own, like Ganfeng owns 35% of the project, right? Of the Salar de Puna project. Okay, so basically they're going to see this in action, right? And then you have Lithium Americas and Ganfeng that own equity in Arena on top of it all. So, they're going to be able to see this. They're going to be able to, maybe not bring it over because I don't know if it's stealing the technology. So I don't know the actual points of that. But maybe there's an inside deal where Morales is like over 70 years old now. This might be, I don't know. Maybe he'll work until he's 90 something. But maybe this is his last hurrah, and then he's going to retire after this, and he's going in to get the big guns, to bring this stock way, way, way up. This is what it looks like to me with these two big players on scene. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about small people here. Lithium America's got the Thacker Pass. There's issues there with the Aboriginal community and with the environmentalists over there right now that they're arguing that this should not be an area that's touched and stuff like that. So they're going to be working. They're going to have to work through that at the Thacker Pass and see what's going to happen. I know that. So look, all I'm trying to say is that this becomes very important because it's more lithium for them. It's quality lithium. It's a brine. It's easy to use. So here we go. So basically, what you're looking at is the basin shared by Petroplus, all right, which used to be LSC Lithium. To the north, that's where Arena Minerals owns their deposit. Okay, so in that basin, you have Petroplus that has that bought out LSC in 2019. So it's very important to realize that in 2019, some companies went down because the price of lithium just dropped dramatically. And then all of a sudden, 2020 comes around, the green agenda just explodes, right? So it's crazy how it went from such a low to like the next year just exploding the way it did. And a lot of companies ended up selling out or going bankrupt in 2019 and stuff like that. Like you have the Nemaska mines in Quebec and stuff like that. And then you have LSC that sells off in 2019. I mean, imagine if they would have waited to 2020, right? Or 2021. I don't think they would have sold to Petroplus. There's no way they would have sold for what they sold for. Anyways, and then you have LAC who acquired Millennial, who borders Arena's pit. So basically, you have on both sides deposits that are already verified in that basin. So and it's open over 600 meters of depth and the quality just gets better and better. So it's like, it's almost a no-brainer, right? And then you can increase the output over greater than 30%. So that's pretty nuts as well. So you have the salad put at 30%, okay, which is, if you go to read the article over here, you'll see that, 35% in the salad Puna lithium brine project. Arena announced on March 29th of 2021, entered into a binding memorandum understanding acquisition LLC to acquire 100% as SDLP, which covers 11,000 hectares of the Pastos Grandes Basin in Argentina. So Ganfeng will acquire the 35% because of the fact that they were allowed to, because of the deals that they had with Arena, allowed them for any future acquisitions that they can pick something up. So this is why it's saying that they are able to pick up that 35%, which they did. Okay, so what's also I like this a lot. This was something I really liked about NLC. Was the fact that Ganfeng is also elected to exercise its rights to appoint a member to the board of directors of Arena. Okay, so Ganfeng nominated Mr. Sam Pigot to join the board. So Mr. Pigot is currently head of business development in North America for Ganfeng Lithium. So you can see that you have someone on board that's got invested interest to make sure, monetary wise, and then this guy's got his name on the line to make sure that this goes through. So for me, this is very important. So Ganfeng's strategic ownership of Arena of 19.9%, the equity that they have inside here, and this shows their importance that they have inside here. So this was back a while ago at 14 cents. This is like a while ago. Gross proceeds at 10 million. The offering, the company has received confirmation of Ganfeng Lithium and its intention to exercise its equity participation right and maintain its 19.9%. So this is when they had to up it in order to maintain its 19.9%. This at one point happened when NLC too, when cattle went and had to up their 8%. So they continued to do this for their 19.9%. All right. William Randall, president of CEO of Arena, okay, commented, this funding by Ganfeng shows a continued support by one of the lithium industry's leaders. Having closed the landmark salad put acquisition, we now have the funds to fast track our lithium projects. So this is huge too. Now you have the LAC, and this I wrote it yesterday, and then this morning they go and they upped it, right? So so this is when they had provides a holds at least 7.5% of Arena's common shares. This was up to 11%, and now with an extra 6.something%, it's gone. So you see at least holds 10% of Arena's common shares, right? So you're looking at this was written yesterday, but today, this morning, you have a new article that came out stating that they increased their portion. So let's just go get that for you right now. So as you can see here on November 25th, 2021 at 8:15 a.m. So that's happened this morning. So they went and upped their amount, their shares, by 6.3%. Okay. Prior to the purchase, they had 11.6%, and representing now about 18% of Arena Mills issued and outstanding common stock. So you can see that they've already increased that amount, basically putting more emphasis on the ownership. And that's crazy because I wrote this article yesterday, and this is happening this morning. So it's just sort of like, for me, sometimes I'm looking for different things. I'm going to say to myself, all right, let's see what the next move is. Let's see what the next move is. Like, for example, like right now, I'm so interested in what's Cattle's next move. That is CATL's next move. That's just like, usually just, I'm always searching, all right? And they've made, in the last month, Cattle has been really buying up or making joint ventures with so much EV different types of companies in Germany and all, like ZF or whatever, just recently. It's just insane. So I'm always looking for strategic type plays. I don't mind piggybacking off of companies like LAC, Ganfeng, Cattle, Panasonic. I don't care. I'll piggyback off of them if I have to, in order to always go and pick up $2 here, $3 there, $3 there, $4 there. Because you know what? I know the value of what I'm buying, and I can buy a ton load of shares of that company and make a bit, just a ton of money based off of facts. All right, and then I can take some of the profits and I can leave the rest ride. Right. So, anyways, so as we see here, Arena Minerals in this. So there's resource expansion here. Okay, so this is really important. So if you go and you click on that, you're going to get, the article on that. It's a hyperlink. So it's pleased to announce that the board of Salad Puna Holding Limited has approved a comprehensive development work program for the Salad Puna project. Salad Puna Holding owns 100%. So then you got here Millennial, and only that 6.3. So it shares the same basin with Millennial, and at right now only 6.3% of the land of Arena has been surveyed, indicating 560,000 tons of LCE. And this was, of course, the Petro Plus I spoke about a little earlier. So here's another hyperlink. So now the work is fully permitted and set to commence immediately. This is extremely important, all right? Right now, you're waiting for these types of things to come out. So this is great. So basically, you have a proprietary brine technology using conventional methods, increasing output by greater than 30%, right? Fast-tracked production, lowering costs. So basically, part of this, okay, you got to go back to here. So as you can see here, world-class assets, over 19,000 hectares, right, in the world's lithium carbon project. And you can see here, Sal de la Puna, Arena Minerals. They have the Antofalla North and Antofalla South over here, which is part of it as well. And you can see Albemarle's not too far away over here. And then you had Millennial, which is sharing the same basin as them. You have Lithium America's and Ganfeng, which is the Kawachari. This was part of that big, see, the ownership is 50-50 here, but I believe it's 51% for Ganfeng, unless it's changed recently, but I would doubt that because that's how they were able to get the funding from China. So anyways, it's not too important anymore. And then, of course, you have the Neo-Lithium over here. And you know what? They're not saying that, see, they're saying the ownership is 100%, so this is not up to date, okay? So I would go back over here and say this is a 51-50 for Ganfeng. And over here, this is, of course, Zijin that has that project, all right? So you have 11,000 hectares, and then they have the fact that they're going to be developing the project even more. So resource covers 6.3% of the land owned in the basin. So this is something really important. Pumping test 2018 averaged 533 milligrams per liter of lithium. Lithium-bearing brine starts at 140 meters below surface and remains open below 600 meters. Crazy. So the grades and lithologies compare favorably with Litica and Millennial results. So as you know, I mean, why do you think CATL went and bid on Millennial? It was for that reason. But in the end, the definitive feasibility study, the final feasibility study for Neo-Lithium was at 99.6%. So it was at 99.5999 on the final the final feasibility study, and that's crazy because you ended up going here and now you lost both, and we could have made like tons of money on the other one, no, even more than what we were making. But whatever. Listen, hard to swallow that pill. Still not over it. So so here, clastic sediments thickening towards a part of the basement, and grades increasing with depth. So you have over here, you have some of the interesting graph over here that they have. So centaur grade versus depth. Salad Puna resource growth. So drilling only covers a small portion of the claim block. All right. Adding tonnage in, so look, TM and seismic suggest the possibility of adding tonnage in Graciela, Fortuna, and Barrel claims. Additional opportunity to increase tonnage and confidence by exploration, improving drainable porosity values, extension at depth, and increased drill density. So, you know, you're looking at, so look, approximately $4 million of work program underway. 35% is funded by Ganfeng Lithium. Resource drilling, pumping tests, brine processing. So an on-site pilot scale to produce 30% lithium chloride, if I remember the exact word for it, 6% lithium over here. So Salda Puna drilling, upgrading, expanding existing resource. So drilling is underway at the Salda Puna, focusing on upgrading and expanding the existing resource. Objective program is to define 1 million tons of resource, primarily in the measured and indicated categories. So, you know, fully permitted, drill ready over here. You know, you have the possibility of you have the possibility of making something really, really big here. So this is, of course, what they were, the market capitalizations. and I'm believing to see Arena that's, in my opinion, is just going to go and blow through that. Let's just see over here. Let's just go through a little bit of this over here. What I really want to show you too is world-class assets. So we already went through all of this. Fast track to production. So Arena has developed a proprietary brine processing technology, producing greater than 30% lithium Cl. You know what? I got my head says chloride in my head, and I'm like positive it's the lithium chloride. Then equivalent to a 6% lithium concentrate directly from evaporation ponds. All right, can be sold and transported to the chemical. So that, you know what? Let's just go over here, and if I remember correctly. Lithium carbonate over here, lower the OPEX, lower CAPEX, fewer process steps, and product flexibility. So yeah, I'm sure this is for the liquid chloride. So what we have over here is this is basically what we're looking at, the stages that we can do now. All right, this is for Arena. So what happens is that early treatment of the brine, all right, with a base resin, commercial concentration and evaporation ponds to greater than 5% lithium, and then feed to carbonate plant prior B removal. So this is basically final product which is produced consistently at a battery grade here, right? So now your carbonate upgraded to battery grade via purification circuit. So you're eliminating a certain process which automatically gets it, shipped out quicker, and it lowers the capex and the basic operating costs. So now you have here something that's extremely, and look, it lowers it by 40 to 70%, and no purification circuit. So this is the purification circuit. So you're just bringing everything down. So which is great, right? Because for a company, that's what you want to do. You want to lower any type of cost you can get it out. That's what you want to do, right? And fewer process steps. So product flexibility. So this is really great. So here, look, this is something also which is really important here. It's also who's in charge, right? Who's leading the ship, right? Who's the captain? So the thing is that the Salvador de la Cana operation employs a similar process, okay, producing a battery grade product at one of the world's lowest production costs. So the process employed in Atacama was developed during Mr. Morales' tenure, okay? So the Atacama project, if I remember correctly, is with Rockwood, and that's with I think Albemarle ended up buying them out. So here we go. Mission to consolidate development brine assets capable of joining greater than 20,000 lithium chloride. So that is lithium chloride, what we were saying before. Ganfeng Lithium, we know about them. They're huge. We don't have to say anything about that. So carbon emissions intensify. So we know that yes, we're going to need a lot of lithium in the future, and its transportation, of course, being a brine. They're basically saying that it's just easier to transport. So a large-scale lithium extraction and refining capability center the worldwide transport distance for feedstock material. And on and on. So this is a really great thing. And here's Mr. Eduardo Morales. Here's the executive chairman, the pioneer of the lithium brine industry with nearly 40 years of experience. He produced the world's first commercial battery-grade lithium carbonate, built and operated the Salar de Atacama mine, one of the world's largest lithium brine operators. And this is the one we just mentioned before that's using that that technology, right, to increase the output. So it's also one of the world's largest lithium brine operations. President of Rockwood Lithium Latin America sold to Albemarle Corporation in 2014. Subsequently appointed COO, Chief Operating Officer of Lithium X Energy Corp. In 2016, Lithium X was acquired less than 2 years later. So here's William Randall, and he's got also, he's got also a great, background in the lithium world. So discovered and developed the Sal de Los Angeles SDLA lithium brine project in Argentina, Lithium X Energy Corp. So basically discovered it and developed it. And then we have the Lithium X over here. So he was subsequently appointed the COO. Lithium X was acquired, right? We know that. One of the early movers in lithium brine industry, the last 10 years focused in Argentina, which is great, which means that he knows what's going on over there. He's not new to the area. Professional geologist and qualified person with 20 years of experience. So thank God for that. He's a geologist, which is great. Mr. Randall was raised in Argentina, educated in Canada, and fluent both English and Spanish. Okay, so we have someone that's very intelligent here, and let's not dismiss the rest of the group here. They're also very good. Head of business development in North America at Ganfeng Lithium. All right, so here's a board member for the Ganfeng. Here's the Sam Pijot. This is the person that we're talking about that's been appointed. 10 years experience across investment management, investment banking, NB&A. So now you have other people here. Look, let's go through it quickly. Peter Damuni, 18 years experience in investment banking and capital markets, which means that he knows people that knows people that knows people, right? Very important. Right? More than 10 years as director and officer at a number of companies listed on TSX, TXXV, and LSE, graduate from McGill University. Nicola Vasquez, 10 years experience in representing mining companies in Argentina. Current a partner at Vasquez and Moroni Abogados, a law firm in Argentina, graduate from university, so also someone. These people are all highly qualified. Paul Cania, financial professional providing CFO, controller, financial reporting, and consulting services. He's a CPA, certified public accountant, economics and philosophy, University of Toronto. So another person highly educated over here. So let's get back to the web page. So now that's all based on facts. Okay, right? Facts, baby. All right. Anyways, so look. In conclusion here, from my standpoint, as I'm saying here, Mr. Morales, proven experience. All right. William Randall, also very experienced. Everybody else on there is experienced. Sam Pijot for Ganfeng up there. And he's been with Ganfeng for 10 years now, so they trust him. We have quality brine, right? 533 in 2019. And even when it gets lower in depth, open pit, over 600 meters, and the quality gets better. We're looking at expansion possibilities all over the place, as you saw. Okay, you read the different areas and stuff like that. So you're looking at just increasing. Then you basically have you're already up to 19,000 hectares, as we saw on their own website, with also potential of expanding like a whole bunch of different places. 6.3% of the land was only surveyed. Okay, so when you look at all this, and then you got Ganfeng, now you have Lithium Americas that also upped their amount at 18. You have Ganfeng at 19 point something percent in equity in there, so 19%, 18%. Then you have Ganfeng that's able to purchase up to 35% of all future projects, which they did do in the Sal de la Puna. Then you have the extra 30% that you can from producing. You have lowering the OPEX and the CAPEX by this new technology. Well, this technology was used a long time ago, but by this technology that Mr. Morales has used many years ago on one of the world's largest lithium deposits. So you got to think about all these things, right? And you put all this in. You say, well, you know what? You got to think, diversify, maybe like Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio likes to diversify his portfolio to try to gain, his percentages across boards, try to pick winning stocks, which is very tiring. All right, I know, because that's all I try to do. And then you got to also think like Warren Buffett. When you find a baby, when you find some of them, like he says, you just got to buy up shares and buy up shares and buy up shares. You got to buy up as many shares as possible. Okay. Because like he says, you maybe get 1, 2, 3 of these babies your whole life. So you gotta think like Buffett on that too. So you gotta diversify a portfolio. You gotta make sure it's not overweight in one area that you're gonna lose so much so that whatever. And these are two big players that I like. And then of course naturally, for me, Timothy Sykes is minimize your losses and maximize your gains. So if you're in stocks that it's just losing stocks, make up your own decision, decide how you're going to do it. You stay in them, don't stay in them, but minimize your losses, maximize your gains, and you got to try to always say, well, where can I maximize more gains? So that's like I said. So you got to do that for yourself. Research, prepare, plan, execute. Find a certified, qualified financial advisor if you're not sure what to do. All right, these are all very important points. Right. Always stick with that. So now you can go down here. You can join our YouTube channel. please click subscribe, because once I get to 1,000 members, and I've been saying this now for a while, all right, I'm going to do interviews, live interviews with CEOs at their offices and stuff like that. I want to move around. I don't want to always be stuck here. I'm retired, and being at home all the time isn't always fun. So it's nice to get out a little bit. So I would definitely go and interview. Even if I can get to some kind of site business where there's manufacturing, the production process is happening, and I can go and let them talk me through it, and we can all see it. Subscribe. I'm only doing that over 1,000 because I can't. That's the only time I could do it anyway. So subscribe. Once I hit the 1,000 members, that's when all those extra efforts come into place and into play. So you have our Telegram here. Click on that, and you can just join from there. So all of these you join. If you don't have Telegram, you can click on this one over here. This will give you the app for the Telegram, or you can go above where I showed you in the menu. And of course here, this is all the different areas of Between Plays. And then you have everything else. If you want, you could comment at the bottom and stuff like that. So that's cool. So, anyway, guys, listen, I'm super stoked on Arena Minerals. All right. I can't even explain how excited I am to have found this stock. This, for me, is a massive play in my portfolio. I own a boatload of shares, an incredible amount of shares. I've never owned this many amount of shares in a company before. So for me, Arena plays that much of an importance. Naturally, this is for myself, right? I'm not telling anyone what to do. Letting everybody know this is what I see. So, and I'll give you an example. If I owned, all right, if I had, sorry, let's start that over. If I had the amount of money that I have today in early 2020, like money that I can say, okay, if I lose that money, it's not that. It's become like almost. Anyways, it's crazy. It's almost become like play money. I don't even want to say that. I'm disgusted even by saying that, because so much people don't have money, and I don't even want to actually say that. But the thing is that it's almost become like a video game. In essence, you got to find the winning prize, and that just makes you more. It's nuts. So basically, if I had the amount of money I had today that I can just go and shove into companies like I'm doing now, just alone. With Lithium America, when I got in at $3, because that was at its lowest point, like $3.30 around there in early 2020, I would just be a millionaire on that one alone. Just on that one alone. And then when NLC came out, oh my God, if I had the amount of money that I was able to make off of LAC, because I already had a ton of money, and I would have went into NLC, forget about it. NLC, I would have picked up at I think it was at, anyway, like I said, maybe 60 cents or something like that. Whenever the first time that CATL stated that they were thinking about buying, that's when I bought. I didn't even buy it when they acquired. I bought when there was a letter of intent or whatever to get into it. So that was very, very inexpensive. And if I would have had this kind of money, I would have had maybe over 200,000 shares, if not more. All right. So you got to weigh your portfolio. You got to weigh your risks, and make sure that you don't spend money that's needed for paying bills, especially. All right. That is a no-no. I mean, make sure your bills are covered, because if ever a company folds and you have a lot of money in that one company or something like that, and then you can't pay the bills, well, now problems just start arising, because then you're going to take out money somewhere, and then you're going to have to pay the bills anyways, or else there's consequences to that, and it just there's just a spiraling effect. And then good luck trying to get into the stock market if you're going to have to start taking out money to cover for the losses over the losses over the losses. You don't want to get into things like that. Pay off your debts. You make profits and you can pay off your debts and stuff like that. You do what you got to do, but try to make sure that your outside world is covered so that that way your investment world can be done in a more intelligent manner. And like I said, everybody, one more time, this is stuff that I would, I said my channel, is, one day I won't be here anymore on this planet, and I just want my children to be able to say, well, how would Daddy done it? Like this is how he would have invested. You want, okay, make sure your bills are covered. This is exactly that. So this channel is never pump and dumps, never scams. It's never going to be that. Never, 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 never. If there's ever an error in any one of my videos and that you guys can see, you put that down in the comments. Say, listen, dude, I saw this inside there. That's not 100% accurate. This was bought up. Man, I'll appreciate that, and I'll put up something too. And like I said, the YouTube channel is part of a greater community. All right, that's Twitter, Telegram. All right, it's going to be a part of the whole website itself. This whole website, everything complements each other. That's why, guys, click the subscribe button. Get into the Telegram community. Let's make this a big, big safe haven for retail investors. A full circular community that when you see videos like this and that, well, once you're in the Telegram community, it's like text messaging each other, and you get back and forth with each other, and you stock. Like, I'll give you an example, all right? So look at this. This is the Telegram community, 31, 2 online. But we don't see each other's, we don't know. Like, okay, Christopher decided to put up his name. All right, hey Chris, how you doing? I know you're watching the video. So let's just say like Cullum, all right? He put up, and I don't know if that's a real name or not a real name. Will H. I mean, I don't know if that's he just put up, the beginning, and maybe his name is Bill. I don't know, William. It could be. I don't know who it is, but then you have other people like Kevin CR. That's in here. Wow, okay, we were talking a lot there. Kevin CR over here, Jeff Pollock. But some of these guys are using their real names, but they chose to do that. Eric L. But the thing is that Oren Malako. Let's see if we got some over here that didn't put up. But you know what? What's also interesting about this is that I know a few people here that did put up names here. That's not their real name, because they wanted their real name to be. But it's fun. Like, look, you get to do all these little things, emojis and stuff like that. So look, this is a great group. As you can see, there's no spamming, scamming. There's like a little bit of fun. Here's BD initials. There's Doran. All right, did some great work. All these guys are doing great work, by the way. We're all communicating here. We're all talking to each other. We're all, saying to each other, see, look at this. Look at this. We're all talking here. Look, this is from the news this morning, right? Look at this. This is from the news this morning. We're all talking to each other. Great. Colin did a great job, right? He's bringing this in. We're all bringing this stuff in over here. And you know what? Look, big news, big time. More importantly, probably like an extra 30 million in the bank, almost 20 million cash. There's another thing right there. Boom. I could have put that down, but right now we know Arena has almost 20 million in cash. Man, this is a strong community, and you don't have to put up your real name. And we don't see phone numbers. Do you see anybody's phone numbers here? We don't see phone numbers. And that's what's really great about it, is that you get to keep, yourself private, and you get to join a club. You don't even need to talk. You don't need to talk. You can just pick up the information. All right? Just pick up the information. Just be part of the members. That's all. Anyways, listen, guys. All right. So look, as you can see, I'm super hyped and excited about Arena Minerals. All right. I believe that this company has what it takes to go to the next level. Naturally, this is my opinion. You guys do what you got to do. Research, prepare, plan, execute on what your plays are and what you're going to do in diversifying your portfolio and all this kind of stuff. I highly recommend joining the Telegram community. But you know what? Hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and yeah, make us YouTube content creators happy. As you can see, already my phone's rang a few times and stuff like that. I got to go research more stocks. I don't even have time to get up and shave anymore, and I'm retired. Why? Because I'm always looking for more stocks. I get up, take a shower, go and I jump right into this room and I'm on my computers. I'm watching, CNBC, Yahoo Finance. And by the time it's 2 o'clock, my brain is already fried. And then I keep on going and I pick up the kids, make supper, the whole 9 yards. And then once they get to bed, I get right back on the stocks. I just don't stop. Sometimes I fall asleep with my phone in my hand, making sure that a deal isn't made that night from across the world, across the globe, that will affect us. And then, I miss out on it the next day. Now, everyone that's watching this video, CATL, all right? We need to know what their next move is, all right? So let's find out if they're investing in a lithium company somewhere, a nice public lithium company, at like 40 cents or something like that. And yeah, let's not hesitate on that. All right, guys. So with all that being said, man, I'm very bullish on Arena Minerals. So what's our motto? Research, prepare, plan, execute. Stay strong. No emotional plays. Everyone out there, just taking 2 seconds of your time and asking you to hit the subscribe and the like button. I'd like to also direct you to betweenplays.com, www.betweenplays.com, where we put up many different articles. We have 3 different writers at the moment, and we're trying to up the authors. And go to our Twitter account for like really quick information at Betweenplays1, and we'll be able to get people to pre-market information and whatever comes along that is important to macroeconomics, microeconomics. As we say here, our motto: research, prepare, plan, execute. Always do your due diligence, and stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.